Right then guys, at long last, here it is, the video that I promised you, a question and answer video in which I answer the questions that came from you, the loyal viewers. Sorry it's taken me a while to get this up because, I mean it's the same reasons that I've been struggling to get things up in general. So yeah, but you know, it's here now, it's great. I've got 100 subscribers and it's great, it's fantastic. So thank you to every single one of you. There's actually over 100 now. Something like 105. So yeah. Thank you all very much. And now I'm going to answer your questions. Right then, my official Okami advisor, Manuel Hugavin, I'm going to pronounce it even if it's wrong, has asked, what's your taste in music? This is a very difficult question for me to answer. This is like the millionth time I've tried to record it, but I'm never satisfied with my answer. I'm into a variety of things. I was raised on the Beatles, Queen, ELO and the Pet Shop Boys, and I think a lot of that sort of shaped the music I listen to now. I like quite a bit of dance music. People like the Chemical Brothers, Fatboy Slim, Oakenfold, Apollo 440, Daft Punk. To a lesser extent, I'm sort of getting into Pendulum as well at the moment. Though this next band isn't technically a dance act, I still count them as one. New Order, because they have a lot of dance elements to them. And then I like a lot of indie music as well, so like The Killers, Block Party, Rilo Kiley, Death Cab for Cutie, Flaming Lips, that sort of thing. Then there's two female songwriters that I'm a big fan of, that's Gemma Hayes and Beth Thornton. And then recently I've also been listening to a lot of Jonathan Coulton. You can check his stuff out from his website, just look him up on Google or whatever. In fact, I think you can find some of his stuff on YouTube, go and have a look. If anyone wants to know who he is, he's the guy who wrote Still Alive for Portal, but he's got some really good sort of original songs that aren't written for video games as well, and he's awesome. So yeah, that sort of gives you some insight into my taste in music. It by no means covers it all, but it's a start, you know. So yeah. Even Angels asks, what's your favourite cheese? Which is an odd question, but okay. I'll give it a go. Difficult question, considering that I'm not really tried that many different varieties of cheese. I'm gonna go with probably mozzarella, because I seem to have that a lot, but I haven't tried a lot of different cheeses. So yeah, that's probably my answer for that one. It's a very odd question. I don't know how to answer it. KC's, or however you pronounce that, asks, does it bother you that the French took custard and renamed it creme anglais rather than keeping the original word? Another odd question, and not really would be my answer, because, well, I'm not really that into custard, for a start, and secondly, I didn't even know what the French called custard in the first place. Plus, isn't custard English anyway? Or am I getting my facts wrong? So them associating it with us isn't really an issue. No, not really. Not really, at all. That's an odd question. Why are people asking me odd questions? By who or Shu, I'm not completely sure how to pronounce that name, has asked, are you single? Now, this is an odd question. I'm assuming it's a bit of a joke. I am now, apparently, but I'm not going to go into it, and I'd rather not say any more on the matter. So yeah, next question please. The next question, same person, was, what is your favourite blend of tea? My answer is, I don't drink tea. I drink black coffee. I don't drink tea at all. I've tried it and just not really liked it at all. So yeah, my answer would be not tea. Black coffee, please. 2 sugars. So yeah. Okay, Twy Heartless asks, if you were Dr Robotnik, how would you take over the world? I like this question. This is a very good question. this gets my seal of approval. And strangely enough, I think this is like the only gaming related question I've actually been asked so far. Which is weird, considering that my channels are right about games and stuff. It's weird, but anyway, I like that question. I don't know how I'd answer it though. I mean, if you wanted me to give, I could sort of sit here for hours sort of looking over what he's done in the games before and looking where his flaws are, you know. I'm gonna go with, if I were Dr Robotnik, I would attempt mind control, because I don't think he's tried that yet. If he has, then I haven't been paying attention at all. But mind control. You know, take Sonic and all his friends and just turn them into mindless slaves that you could use to control your empire with. And it would get them out of the way and also provide you with an army that you could try and take over the world with. You know, so yeah, that's probably what I do. Mind control, that's definitely an idea. So yeah, that's my answer. I like that question. I'm going to say that again, I like that question. That was good. Killer Palo asks, what is your favourite Brawl character? Tricky one. I tend to use Sonic a lot, as well as Lucario and Marth, and occasionally Kirby, and occasionally Pikachu. So I'd say those. What is your favourite Pokemon? It's been ages since I've played the original game, and I honestly can't remember who I used a lot in the game. I think from what I vaguely remember, this is probably more to do with the anime than the games particularly. I rather liked Meowth and Psyduck, so either one of those would do. What will you do when you get 100 subscribers? Or well, what else will you do when you get 100 subscribers? Well, nothing really. This is what I was planning for the 100 subscribers. I mean, if anyone's got any suggestions on what I could do over, well, later milestones, that'd be great. Feel free to leave any suggestions you want. But for now, this is just the only thing that I'm doing for it. So yeah. One more question. Where does the name Bobthepetferret come from? Right, okay, I've had the name Bobthepetferret all over the internet since I was about 17, 18, and I'm 23 now, so I've had it a while. It came from, like, back when I was 17, I wrote a song. Nothing spectacular, it was just a few chords on a guitar, because that's pretty much all I can do on a guitar is play a few chords. And it was basically a really stupid little song about how I'd gone out and bought myself a ferret, and it had like caused me trouble, and it was hilarity ensued basically. Not based on a true story because I've never owned a ferret. But, I just thought it seemed like a funny little animal to write about, and people loved it. People actually loved it, and I actually ended up using it as my email, just because at the time I'd had like some generic email that I didn't like anymore and wanted to change it to something else, and I thought, well, how about Bobthepetferret? That's an interesting one, and it's stuck. Like I said, I've had it for 5-6 years, and I have absolutely no intention of getting rid of it, so yeah, that's where it came from.